Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Pop Podcast, where clarity changes everything. My name is Claudia Moriel, and I go by the Light Guide.
And I'm Barbara DiMasi, founder of Barbara's Wellness.
And I am Robin Vogel, founder of Come Back to Love. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Thank you for joining us in this guest series that we've been having going on, which has been so much fun, learning about so many people in Massachusetts and the magic that they bring to our communities. So I did not prepare an introduction for you. So I'm going to let you share about your magic. Tell us what you do.
Okay, well. So as I said, I'm the founder of Come Back to Love, and I'm a psychotherapist and a love and intimacy coach, a recent new author. I know we'll get to that piece. And I really help people find the places inside themselves that are blocking them from love. And what I mean by that is they might be blocking themselves from the love that they would have for themselves and or love with a partner. And so I feel like my special magic after 25 years of doing this work has really landed on supporting people through the different modalities that I love, that I use for myself, and that I've used with myself to heal myself, have really supported others in finding these places inside that are hard to identify and hard to find, that are actually, as we say in internal family systems work, we say they're driving the bus. At these hidden parts, we can say they're in shadow. They're sometimes like at the front of the bus, making the decisions about which way to go and what to choose. And unfortunately, those parts can create chaos and can wreak havoc on relationships and can, as some of my clients say, like, I don't have a good picker, a good chooser. A lot of people use that language.
I've heard that.
Because this bus driver is actually, making these decisions that aren't necessarily in true alignment. And so anyway, the work that I do really helps people find that part and those parts. And then from there, we do use different healing modalities to give that part a break.
Pump the brakes of the bus.
Yes, exactly.
Pump those brakes.
Stop. Yes. I have this one image that I love that I use in social media. It's like, stop dating, start healing.
Oh, love that.
I can completely relate to that.
I think we should have that like on every corner of every street. Wouldn't that be amazing? Instead of just stop because of the traffic, another little side one that says like, stop dating. Because so many people leap right into it after a breakup or even a death or a loss or a betrayal. And I get it because it's like all the dopamine gets like activated when you think about, sometimes, not always, sometimes there's fear, and we'll talk about that. But, it's like it's a good distraction to start dating again. But often, like, we're not ready right away. And so that's why I say just like take a pause, do the work, get ready. So that's a lot of what my work is about.
Right. And I also think that a lot of people, and I'm losing my place because my brain isn't working today. God damn it.
Oh, no.
So we'll do a little bit of editing there. Such a good point, and I can't recall it. Oh, yes, I know what I was going to say. But I also feel that a lot of the apps nowadays are such a dopamine hit. And so they're causing this continual loop of dating. And like you said, people aren't ready, but it's so easy to just turn on an app. Turn on, I know people that are on multiple apps.
Yeah, multiple dating apps. So I would say they work in two ways. One is they can be the dopamine hit, like okay, I'm hopeful, this is going to happen, it's right here in front of me, and here's the solution. Other people swipe, and just makes them totally depressed.
Yeah.
But given what you said, it's like, oh, but what if the next one? What if the next one? What if the next one? And that's where the addiction and the kind of dopamine thing starts to happen. And it can, it flips in both directions, like really hopeful and then depressed.
Right. And also, they're not choosing from a healthy, healed place.
Right.
Like what you
Not
said.
necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
If it's not working out. If it's working out, then they're choosing
Yes,
from the
if
right
it's working
place.
out, right, yes.
Yeah, right. We're not talking about that.
No, definitely not. We're talking about the people who who'd have patterns that keep repeating in relationship. You know, a really good example that I'm sure the audience can relate to is like, I chose a narcissistic partner to marry a long time ago. The relationship ended, and now I find myself dating narcissists. Not narcissists necessarily by definition in like the diagnostic manual, but narcissistic tendencies, perhaps. Or like my dad was an alcoholic, and then I married somebody who had a gambling addiction. I got divorced. Now I'm finding myself with people with alcohol problems. You know, it just is a repetition, and it's very common because we choose what's familiar, even if what's familiar isn't necessarily in alignment with our true selves and isn't necessarily healthy. But that familiar, our desire and draw to familiar is so strong, because when something's familiar, we feel a sense of belonging, and belonging is one of our like core drivers in life, I think, to feel connected, to feel like we have something in common, that we like each other, that we belong together. Like it feels good, right? It feels like family. Not in all circumstances does family feel like that, but it's just certainly what we desire and crave. So we have this experience in our childhood. Maybe it wasn't so great. And then we repeat it because it's familiar, and we're not conscious of doing it. So that's the piece.
At all.
Right.
We are not conscious of
No.
doing it at all.
Yeah, that's true.
I've had two
Yeah.
big meditations recently where I've had huge insights as to what the drivers were. And these things were innocent, innocuous things that happened in my childhood that created an entire life pattern of choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Pump the brakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So thank you for pointing that out, because I think a lot of times we'll do things and I will beat myself up and be like, oh, why am I doing this? And to hear things like, oh, it's just a pattern of belonging. It's just what we're wired for. Takes all this like pressure off and self-judgment off.
Right.
you
And
know,
self-blame.
right?
Yeah.
And it's just like kind of like, let's be kind to ourselves and understand
Yes.
why we're doing this so we can course correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think people really feel that they are making bad choices again and again, and then they blame themselves for that. You know, they're beating themselves up, and they feel like, I hate this word, but people sometimes say they're broken, and I'm like, no, none of us are broken. We are all just doing what we do as humans. You know, we choose the familiar until we get conscious of doing it, or often people will get exhausted and frustrated. And it's like, oh my gosh, I need to stop. I need help. And that's when they reach out to me. Help.
Yeah.
Help me stop this pattern. Yeah.
But I can also see why you connect with Barbara so much, because you guys do something very similar. So you guys go to the root cause.
Oh,
That's
right.
true.
That
Yes.
is true. Yes.
Yes.
Good point.
Yeah, that's right. You know, when I met you, which was, oh my gosh, I'm just going to tell you, so I'm not going to guess, but I'm going to say it was probably 20 years ago or 19 years ago, because I know how old my son is when I brought him. I know how old he was when I brought him, and I know how old he is now.
Oh, wow. It's been that long.
Yeah, it's been about that long, maybe 18, 19 years ago.
Wow.
And he was struggling, and you got to the root cause of what was going on after I brought him to all the doctors, and I brought him to like ones that people really respect.
Yeah.
And then I guess I can say this because who knows who's going to watch this, but I kind of snuck him into your office. I didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I was like, could you help him? Because he's not doing well. Anyway, you got to the root cause of what was going on. And then the things that we did, you know, certain types of baths and certain types of herbs had him feeling better. And he was really young. And I remember him saying like, why am I taking these baths? You know? And I was like, they're going to help you feel better. I mean, he knew he wasn't feeling great. So
Yeah. How
It
old was he then?
he was probably, you know, I was going to say 6 or 7, but that's not accurate. I think he was maybe like 8 or 9.
Okay.
So, and he's
Yeah.
28. So, yeah,
Oh,
20 years ago,
wow.
19 years ago. Anyway, I, from then on, bring myself to you and have shared you with, I'm going to say hundreds of people
You
because
have,
the ripple
thank you.
effect of the people I've shared with. But what I say to all of them is I have never met anyone who is able to get to the root cause. And root cause is of what is actually going on.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I have so many case studies.
We are building quite a few as well now.
Yes,
too.
you and me are in a few. My daughter, my son, friends, but no, really. I mean, and especially like bringing your child, especially to their doctor, who you trust, who I trust, and having them say, "I don't know."
Mm-hmm.
Like your teenage son just lost 10 pounds. I don't know why. Like, and teenagers don't lose weight. They, if they're healthy, they gain and gain and gain.
Yes.
And, boys,
Bro.
Yeah. And so that was another example of bringing him to you and saying, like, this kid has lost 10 pounds.
I remember that.
Yeah. And it was summertime and you gave him whatever you gave him and you identified exactly what happened and when. And he went off to a summer program and came back fully, had gained the weight back and more. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, I know, right?
I had the same experience with my baby.
Yeah?
Yeah, my son. That's
part
of how I got into this. Part of it was my own thing.
Uh-huh.
But same thing with him. He was just such a sickly baby. Then to finally figure out what the problem was, it just changes your life.
Yeah.
Changes their life, right? Clarity changes
everything.
Yes.
And you know what else is cool? When you say what we do is similar, we're talking about the subconscious.
Yes, you both are.
I'm able to tap the subconscious to glean information to say, what's going on in there? Give us everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you are able to tap the subconscious to find those patterns as to what's happening and why someone has that behavior.
Right.
So that's why our work is similar.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's really where we're doing our work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we know we have to pull up the roots of the weed. Otherwise, it's just going to grow back.
That's so true. That's it.
I say that all the time
Yes.
to my clients. It's like, I call it a bridge back. It's like, let's start with what's the pattern is now, what's happening as you do.
Yeah.
And then for me, it's a bridge back and a meditation or something guided to like all the way as far as we can go to the root. Sometimes it's this lifetime. Sometimes it's past lifetimes. Sometimes it's ancestors that, where the energies are continuing. But to find that root, it's like the most important piece. Otherwise, you're just putting like a Band-Aid, and that can be good, a little reprieve, but then it's going to show up again.
Yeah.
And it's, it's all purposeful. Like we're here on a soul journey.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. It's
I think that's
important.
the most important part, right? That, and I said it before and I'll say it again, it's not about beating ourselves up for it. It's about softening and getting curious and forgiving as to why, because it's in that softening and that space that we can finally let go of the root, right? Finally heal that root. Because if we're trying to chop the root, we're only causing more damage, right? Like, it's about kindness, loving. Right? Okay, I see you. Thank you. Like I recently went through a hard time as well, and I thanked the experience. Wow, if I had not suffered as much as I did, I would have never felt it as viscerally in my body. And now I know it. Now I won't do that again. Right. Now I know that. So thank you for teaching. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we all have karma that we invited in, that we chose. And, those are the experiences that we have. It's a little bit of a hard pill to swallow, and I talk about that in my book.
You're perfect. I was just about to ask you about your book.
I'll share about my book in a moment. But that piece around just, because it's easy to blame other people.
Oh, yes.
And it might show up in your work as well. And I'm sure it shows up in all of our works as healers, so all of our work as healers. That it's easy to say it's that person's fault or it's this other situation's fault or whatever.
Or all men are the same, all women are like this.
A lot of that, which is hard.
Yeah.
But actually, we have our role in our lives, and I think we have karma that we're playing out on our soul journey that is necessary in order for our souls to evolve. That's what I believe, and evolve to the next life with the lessons from this one. And that is a hard pill to swallow. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that or believe that or whatever, and that's okay.
That's A-okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Are you ready to talk about Come Back to Love?
I'm happy to talk about Come Back to Love.
Okay.
Yeah. So my book is called Come Back to Love, A Path to Healing is the tagline. And it was, I want to mention Kohler Books, who published the book for me, with me, because I appreciate their work so much. And it was published in February this year, 2026. And yeah, it was a journey. It was a journey of, first of all, the writing process was a journey because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to write when I started writing. I mean, I've actually started maybe 8 books or more over many years. Yes, I have many books that have begun but haven't continued. And then this one, I knew, okay, it's time. Like, I'm turning 60. I started writing it like probably 3 years ago, so I wasn't quite turning 60 then, but I was thinking like, okay, soon I'm turning 60. And I started thinking about legacy and like, what do I want to leave? What do I want to like mark or put a stake in the ground or something. And so I started to write a memoir about my mother and her early illness that was early in her life, and her death that was early in her life and early in my life. And I started writing and just like dumping out, which is a great healing modality too, just to like journal and kind of dump things out. So I was doing that, which was very emotional and very healing and helpful to do. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I cannot spend 3 years with this material. Like, it's so intense. It's so sad. And even though I've done so much work, on this mother wound, and I have, I mean, years ago, I wouldn't even talk about it here with either of you. Like, I would be a puddle in the corner. So it's like, acknowledging that. And at the same time, it's like, I don't want to spend 3 years like mucking around in this material. So that was a really good awakening and awareness. So I shifted to telling the story throughout the book and tying it to the work that came from it, really. Like my work of Come Back to Love and the healing in relationships came from the very difficult relationship that I had with my mother when she was sick, before she was sick, because she was not really an easy person even before she got sick. Then the illness made it exaggerated, and then she died. And my parents lied to us through the whole entire thing. So I lived with like this, basically a lie and a betrayal, just like covering up everything for like the first 10 years. Well, more than 10 years, but she died when I was 10. So yeah, there's so much material there for actually, instead of all of that, creating like healthy, open, honest, direct, no lies, good communication relationships. And so the book is basically the stories from my past, but also how they tie to the work of Come Back to Love and the methodology that I developed over all these years of doing the work that addresses healing from like 4 different places. So yeah, that's
amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Could you expand on 4 different places, or would you recommend that people read your book to get those 4 different? I'm really curious about that.
Yeah, well, I recommend people read the book, of course.
Yeah. I didn't know if you
can get it anywhere. Yeah, I'm happy to touch on them for sure. Of course, you can buy the book anywhere online.
Where would you
purchase books? Honestly, anywhere. It doesn't matter. At this point, like Amazon is the one that does all the tracking and has somehow ended up being like a #1 new release in 3 categories. I have no idea how that happened.
Congratulations. Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, honestly. I really don't. I'm shocked.
Because the book is that good.
I guess.
It's really good.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So anyway, purchase wherever you would like.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We will link to such things.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some good places to buy books these days. Anyway, so I came across, I say came across, but it's kind of like a download of the path, which is why it's it's Come Back to Love, A Path to Healing. I was actually on my way to a wedding of two students of mine, workshop participants that didn't necessarily meet in my workshop, but fell in love in my workshop and workshops that they came to and retreats that they came to, and they had a wedding. And thankfully I was invited. And I love going to the weddings of people that meet in my community.
Oh, there's been multiple.
There's been multiple. They don't always invite me, but I love being invited.
Well, that's pretty magical.
It's okay. Exactly.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's so cool and so fun. There's even some babies, but anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do they name them after you?
There's so many Robins out there. That's hilarious. Anyway, I was walking to the wedding. It was on the beach, and it was a really long path to get to this spot on the beach. You had to park up high, and then you had to like walk down this really winding path. And I was talking to my partner at the time, and I was like reflecting on their relationship and how it, deepened in, my workshop rooms. And I was like, yeah, it's a path, to love. It's a path to healing. And then I was like, oh, this is a path. So that kind of crystallized for me in the image. So I always invite people to see Come Back to Love as a path, as a journey. And there are 4 gates. And so I invite people to do, like, for those that are visual, to kind of see the gates, because there's 4. So you can see yourself like walking up to one, stopping and doing some work, walking to the next, stopping and doing another piece. I'll say what the 4 gates are in a moment. But that's kind of the visual that I hold with it. And not that it's all linear work, because of course it's not, but it's a nice way to, for those of us that like the visual.
I love a good visual.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Same.
Me too.
Very, very.
So yeah, I like that. Anyway, the first gate is called Beyond the Emotion, and it's all about the emotional work. So just as I was talking about that bridge back meditation that takes you all the way back to wherever that root cause is, that's all the work we do in the beginning. And there's a lot of it, of course, right? We can do emotional work forever.
Yeah.
So it just goes on, and it can go on. And so, yeah, so that's the work of gate 1. Yeah. And then gate 2 is actually work that I came across myself in 2020. So it's fairly recent, like 6 years ago. I personally had been healing with your help, and with all the other things that I do for myself, a long, multi-year stretch of fatigue. And I couldn't like fully get it, even with all the things, like everything we did helped, right? Everything like bumped it up. I'm a little better. I'm a little better. I'm a little better. I'm a little better. But it was like, I still just wasn't. And I popped into this neuroplasticity program, which works with the brain and rewiring the brain through the work of Annie Hopper, who I just like will bow down to her forever. She's from British Columbia. And I started doing it. I was COVID. I don't know. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I'll see if it helps. Why not? I have lots of time on my hands. Anyway, it like 2 months, the whole thing took about 8 months for me to completely heal. But 2 months of really diligent, deep, committed work. And it was gone. Like gone. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's my work of gate 2.
Curious.
That's the gate 2, Beyond the Mind. That's the neuroplasticity work. So powerful.
Wow.
And honestly, if we just do gate 1 and gate 2, like
You're good.
so good. And gate
Everything
3 and
else
gate
is
4
bonus.
are really bonus. Yeah, exactly. Gravy and
Yeah.
icing on the cake and all that good stuff. Yeah. So go ahead. You had questions.
Oh my gosh. I want to know what it was that shifted inside of that neuroplasticity experience in 2 months. You don't have to. We can go into gate 3 if you want. What you want to share.
No, I'll say briefly, gate 3 is about the soul's journey, which I already just mentioned, about, living our lives, really knowing that our souls have its own journey. And there's certain exercises that I do that are written in the book, but also in my program, my Heal Your Heart program. That's a 6-month journey that people do with me directly. It mirrors the content in the book in a group or individually, but it mirrors the content in the group. And that's available anytime that people want to pop in and do that work.
What was that called again?
It's called Heal Your Heart.
Heal Your Heart. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so that soul piece is important. And then the 4th gate is about the body. And that the fourth gate really weaves through everything. Yeah, it's like everything we know is like in the body, lodged in the body, stuck in the body. And so somatic practices to release, but also to come back to love with our bodies.
Oh, my heart just does little heart
Yeah.
flips when I hear that. I'm like, yes, I want to do it right now. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So I just want to say before I talk about gate 2, I'll just say that like to access that work, you can buy the book and read it. You can participate in the Heal Your Heart program, which is again 6 months as a group and
Do you
or
have to
individually.
wait? Can you start that
You
at
can
any time?
start anywhere.
Hop on anywhere.
Anytime. Yep.
Get on the train.
Anytime you're
Any
ready.
stop. Okay, good to know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then my retreats also are a reflection of all the material in my book and the 4 gates approach to come back to love. So that's a week at Omega coming up in August 23rd at the Omega Institute, the retreat center in Rhinebeck, New York.
Such a beautiful.
Yeah, it's an amazing place.
Oh,
And then I
wow.
do retreats in Costa Rica and other places. So all of these things are different formats of working with the same material, basically.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have August at Omega.
Yes.
And you're actually presenting at Zenathon.
Yes.
I
yes.
just realized that.
Yes.
Oh, you
I think
are?
that would be a great
Yeah.
way
Oh,
for people
yeah.
locally to get to
Mhm.
know you before going to Costa Rica. As
Yeah,
well. It's after
absolutely.
Omega.
Yes.
But oh my gosh, we interviewed Sonny last week.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
if anybody
Perfect.
wants to come to Zenathon and meet you there,
Yes.
such a
Yeah.
great place
I know.
to get to know.
I'm
And
so
it's
excited.
So close. It's
Yeah.
in September.
Yes.
And then anything after, or just straight to Costa Rica in December after that?
Straight to Costa Rica in December.
Hey.
I mean, Costa Rica should always be straight to Costa Rica.
I mean, yes.
Period. Don't pass go. What is it? Don't pass go. Just go directly
There should be straight
to Costa Rica.
to Costa Rica.
Not to
t-shirts.
jail, but to Costa Rica.
It is one of your favorite places.
Oh my gosh. I think
yeah.
it's everybody's favorite place.
Yeah.
Everybody I talked to said that's exactly what they said.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just beyond. The energy of the country and the land is just out of this world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. I haven't been there
Yeah.
yet, so once I go, I'm sure I'll
your
be
time
on
will
that.
come. Yeah, you'll be on the bandwagon, as will you.
Yes, I'm sure.
Anyway,
Hey.
yeah. So
So we were. I
We're
was
gonna
actually so curious about
Yeah.
gate 2 and what shifted for you in those 2 months. I was like,
I know neuroplasticity is so powerful. I mean, basically, neuroplasticity just means that our brains are moldable, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
they can be, they're not stuck.
I
Yeah.
fully,
Yeah.
I fully believe that. And when I do the brain frequencies, you can heal from crazy things. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm so curious.
Right. And actually, like we just took one of your remedies before we began.
Oh, right.
Because
For brain,
for
Brain
plasticity.
formula.
function, why
Yes, yes.
I mean, that's an example of neuroplasticity.
Oh, is okay.
Yeah, like
I
right
wouldn't
now,
think of it
let's
like
say I'm
that,
not
but-
feeling focused. Let's just say, which is not true about me right now, but
Yeah.
let's just say I woke up tired and I didn't sleep very well. And then I
Yeah.
take a little of your herbal brain focus, which you
Yeah.
can talk about if you want to. And then I feel more focused. And I took 3 drops. I mean, it's like
Oh,
a
very
micro
little.
amount.
You're sensitive.
I'm
though.
sensitive.
For you, a
Ah,
little bit goes a
wow.
really long way.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
just shows that the
3
brain
drops,
is like,
not like 3 squirts.
no, I took 3 drops.
Oh my God.
Oh, I know.
Wow.
She's amazing that way.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
just,
Teeny
Teeny.
amounts.
but it just shows like the brain's one place and now the brain's another place.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
neuroplasticity.
And to your point, there's several ways to get there.
Totally.
Right. So herbs, meditate, or some of the techniques that you'll talk about.
Yeah, but and also
Yeah.
your work.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
exactly the frequency work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
frequency work is just awesome. And I've done a
Yeah.
ton of brain plasticity work as well.
Mhm.
I did 7 days at BioCybernaut in Sedona,
Mhm.
which
Oh, wow.
7 days of alpha brain
Very
on
cool.
and on. So that's why I was like, but what did you do?
Yes.
I want to know more.
Yes. Well, so Annie Hopper has this program called Dynamic Neural DNRS. It's like Dynamic Neural Reprocessing System, but DNRS for short, much easier. And she herself healed herself of, I'm not going to get it exactly right because I'm not remembering, something like 20 to 30 different illnesses and symptoms.
Ooh.
And this is in like your realm and your realm. Yeah, because it's all
Yeah.
those sort of mystery things that nobody can really help with.
Yep.
This is a long time ago for her, but she took NLP and neuro-linguistic programming and different other modalities and put them together and healed herself. Like, I mean, and most of the people in this program that I came across were like bedridden for years and now out of bed, or lost all like functioning in their hands and now are like knitting, cooking. I mean, it's amazing to witness. And then some people have fatigue and it runs the gamut in terms of what the program works with and the way it has impact on so many different things, food allergies, all kinds of things. But I jumped in because of the fatigue, and I just actually jumped in, I mean, because of the fatigue, but also just like, I'm going to do this. I didn't really know anything about it. My friend was doing it because of a lot of things she was struggling with. And I was like, I'm going to do it. So it's hard to actually say exactly what I did, because if I said it, people would, and you'd be like, what? What was that again?
Yeah, yeah.
So I want to say in general,
Okay.
the why I use the work in Come Back to Love is to support people in finding the beliefs that happened from the thing, whatever the trauma was. Yeah, the root cause, the beliefs as a result that got stuck. For example, like I said, my mother died. There's like abandonment issues. I had a belief I was working with, like, I'm not good enough to stick around for. You know, if only I were better, people would stay. And man, did I work on being better as a teenager. Don't even ask what the things that I worked on to be better in order to be loved. Because that just was a belief that got stuck, because as children, we don't really know what's going on, and our brains want to make sense of life, and our brains want things to be logical.
Right.
And so we create these false stories, these false beliefs. I mean, you guys work with them all the time.
Yeah.
I do as well. And so these beliefs get stuck, and then they play out. You know, your belief creates your reality. Because, you know, energy follows thought. So you have a thought, the energy is created in your life, and then you're living into this false belief, right? We all know that. So with the neuroplasticity that I do, and I'll talk more about maybe a little bit about what I did for my fatigue, but what I do in my work is a couple of strategies that I learned in the DNRS program that invite people to begin to be more aware of those thoughts just when they pop in and stop them. It's called catching pops, POP.
Oh.
Similar.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah.
POP stands for Pathways of the Past in this work.
Yeah.
And so
I
you
love
kind
a good
of
pop.
Yeah, I love a good pop.
Pop.
We got any soda pop? No. Anyway, so basically there's a way to catch the pop and bring in something that creates a release of dopamine in the body. And it's actually dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. And it's called giving yourself, I love this little acronym, a dose of dose. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, DOSE. So you give yourself a dose of dose, and it rewires the brain, because what fires together wires together in the brain. And so it's part of what you do. So for me, in that example of the fatigue, like, oh my God, I can't even tell you how many times I would say, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, I'm so tired.
Oh, and so then you would create it.
Yeah.
But also, you know what I'm picking up on is if you're always trying to be better, improve it, that's
totally.
if you're living inside of that, that's exhausting.
Yeah.
Completely. Which, of course, then perpetuates the exhaustion, right?
Right.
It's like you're running cortisol and adrenalin, and your adrenals are like, you know,
shriveled
like
up.
weak and shriveled.
I can't tell you the amount of times I go to work on someone, I'm like, oh, your adrenals.
Yeah.
Why, what? I'm like,
Right.
you got to help me along the way, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell people, too. I was like, I can reset you, but you have to
continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell people that it's like, these are the tools. You don't need anything else. You just have to use them.
Do them. Yeah.
I think that's what gets misunderstood when people come to alternative
Mhm.
healing, right? So in the healing modalities that people are used to, you go to the man in the white coat or whatever it is, and they give you the solution and you leave and you can continue your lifestyle and you just take that pill or do that
Yes.
thing, right? But with the work that we do, it's like we're going to show you and give you the tools, but then you have to use the tools.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what's different. And what I love about it so much is that you have to take responsibility for your own care,
Yes.
which is a beautiful thing. To me, it's very empowering to me.
Okay.
It can
Yes.
sound kind of daunting for somebody. Like, why can't I just take the white pill and eat the way I eat?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it's very empowering to take responsibility for your own care,
It is.
emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? How many of us had to learn that to take care of yourself spiritually and not
Yeah.
listen to every single thing some spiritual leader goes and tells you,
Oh,
right?
gosh, yes. Yes.
And that's in all forms,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm so glad you're saying that. I'm really good to hear you saying that because it's so true. And I find I don't know if you guys are finding this these days, but I'm finding I'm needing to actually have that conversation with my clients or if the group. I just finished a 90-day group and I just actually finished with one particular client. And I feel like I'm not like someone who lectures people, but I feel like I gave a little lecture, also a little cheerleading. But I wanted to say and I did say, don't get distracted. Like as soon as you finish here, what's the most common thing? Oh, I'm going to try something else.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm going to do this.
We've
I'm going to
talked
go
about that
to
so
that.
many times.
Now I'm going to do this plant medicine. Now I'm going to do this thing. And it's nothing's good or bad. It's just I just handed you on a golden platter.
Years.
Do you need more things? Yeah, sure. Like some herbs, some frequency work. It's all good.
Yeah,
But keep doing what you just learned.
Right.
Yes.
Because the nervous system anyway needs repetition.
So it learns.
It learns by repetition. Why do we brush our teeth every night before we go to bed? Because we've been doing it for freaking 30 years, 50 years. For me, 57 years if I started when I was 3. I don't have to think about it. I just go into the bathroom and I brush my teeth. It's wired strongly.
It's what knowing it by heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Knowing it by heart.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 versions of that. Knowing it by heart, you don't even think about it. By knowing it by heart, got it in your heart.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
There's 2 versions of that.
Yes.
statement.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And like you said, you've been seeing Barbara for 20 years. You're stuck to it. That doesn't mean you're not going to layer other things on top of it as well.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you're going to stop seeing Barbara.
Right. Exactly. No,
Right.
I'm never going to stop seeing Barbara. You better live longer than me.
Oh, I'm trying, really trying, and you better live as long as I do. So
Yeah.
Let's just go together.
we are enjoying each other,
That's so funny, but that's really important because these days, right? It's so distracting.
And I
there's
think
so
when
many
people are
things.
not feeling well,
Yeah.
emotionally or physically,
Right.
Yeah.
they can start something, and if they don't see an instant result, it's very common. I see that they start to just jump to the next thing.
We just had an experience with this too, and
Yes.
now people are calling it. I'm not going to say it, but your machine was like, no, stick to what you're doing. you know?
Yeah.
And then one of my clients just said to me, my shoulder's probably just finally getting better. Do you think it was this or this? And I said,
No.
I said, one of them is healing the tissue, right? The machine I've given her is healing the tissue. You're strengthening it
Yeah.
by going to the pool, So
Yeah.
it's not either or,
Right.
No.
right? And
Right.
and she's doing it every night.
It's great.
Like you said, you brush your teeth every day, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do your neuroplasticity work every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the issue
do.
with people when they do that. And they say, well, I just want to do this one thing so I can see what's working. The problem with that is it always takes a collaboration of treatments, right? We don't only brush our teeth.
Right.
We brush our
That's
teeth.
true.
We go to the dentist and get the cleanings every 6 months, right?
We
If
do
something
mouthwash.
goes wrong, you have to do the thing, right? So
We floss.
we floss. So there's a whole collaboration that goes on just in the care of your teeth. But it's interesting how people feel like that's not just true with everything. And I'll talk about herbalism because that's my expertise. People say, well, let me try this one herb and see. Traditional herbalism never worked that way. Those were formulations. Every tradition used formulations. One thing potentiates another thing, right? So this works with modalities as well.
Yeah.
So it's okay to incorporate different modalities, but stick to the program that you have in place and give it the time. Because to your point, this goes back to someone's childhood, some of their issues, right? We know that the emotional stressors are the drivers to disease, right?
Right.
So give the time to unwind the things, because whatever you're experiencing, emotional discomfort, physical discomfort, that's been going on for years. So nothing's going to unwind in a month. And not that any of us have never seen it. I'm sure we all have that handful of clients.
Sure.
They came one time and it was like, whoa, okay. They just burst open and felt better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But if you put that in percentages, for me, it's probably 5%.
Oh,
Right?
100%.
Yeah.
5%. Yes.
105%.
So I just, want to share the
Yeah.
message. People should get into the program of the multiple things they're doing. No one thing is doing the thing. It's the combination. And then see it through. So that give it the time. You're unwinding things from a long time ago.
It's so true. And you know what's really sad? I feel like I want to talk about it. I went to see my regular doctor, my traditional doctor, a couple weeks ago. And I hadn't actually been in 3 years. And I feel like I got a window into how, kind of want to say, more destructive the messages are. I literally heard, this is only going to get worse.
I've heard that too.
Oh my God, I
I've heard
never
it too.
heard
I
that.
know you
I
always
have.
talk about that.
I say that all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
I'm like, this is your life.
It's only going to get worse.
Yes.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Did you just say that to me? Because I'm closing my ears.
Oh my God,
now.
that's a curse, first
Yeah,
of all. But
first of all, don't ever say that to anybody. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, it's not true. Number three,
Right.
But the other pieces were just what you said, and I was actually really surprised. And maybe it's because I just turned 60, and there's kind of a new. She literally said to me a couple of times, it would be a shame to have to give up coffee, for example. You could just take a pill and keep drinking your caffeinated coffee. I'm not
Right.
just saying exactly what happened, but
Yeah,
it was like that. Why do you have to give up, dairy and ice cream altogether? Just take these pills and keep, literally those were the words.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I felt like, where have I been? Am I living under a rock? Did those words just come out of her mouth? And I love her. I appreciate what she's doing. I get it. But that's what's being communicated.
Yeah, it's a different paradigm for sure.
But I'm going to point this back. I'm going to thread this through right now.
Still kind of shocked. Yeah.
Super shocked.
Super shocked.
But remember how you said you had to lecture your clients?
Yes.
This is why.
Yes.
This is why.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because there is a new paradigm in healing. And the
Yeah.
old paradigm was take a pill, keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
Or go to a healer and have them fix me. And that is now shifting. We talk about this new earth, this new way of being, this changes. And we're having to lecture. We're having to educate.
Yeah.
The new paradigm of healing is we work together. You've got to meet me and do your part of the deal so that my part of the deal also works.
Yes.
So we have not been taught that. So we're the forerunners in that.
Yeah. And it's changing in medicine. You can find doctors who partner with you.
Yes.
I have an amazing primary care doctor. Amazing.
That's
Yep.
great.
My
Yeah.
A1C is starting to creep up a little bit. Nowhere near, but she knows what I do. So she goes, I know you don't like that number. She goes, and I know you can do something about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Right?
Beautiful.
Now, how amazing is she?
Beautiful.
She says, we'll check it in 6 months.
Well, we're all getting her phone number.
I know. Oh, no. She's amazing. So they're out there.
Yeah.
Because even in
Yes.
medicine, things are shifting. They're
Yeah.
realizing, no, you can change your diet. To be fair, people do not want to.
Right.
So
True.
In their defense, this is
True.
what I hear on that end is
Yeah.
their frustration.
Right.
It's like, we have the pills because nobody wants to change the diet. Nobody wants to. I just had a friend that was super sick, and they thought it was his condition. It turned out it was not. And so one doctor came in and said, you don't have that condition anymore, and you did that with your diet? And he was like, yeah. And he said, I wish all patients would do that. So it's there, and it's coming.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like the medicine man. Some reason when you were talking, I had this image of like the medicine man in Peru with like the bag of the medicines, and like, it wasn't just like, take this pill. It was just like such a more holistic approach. The sunshine is important, and the herbs,
And when those
frequencies.
shamans, when they're drumming and
they're
they're chanting, talk about neuroplasticity, that is having an effect.
yes.
Scientists are in Africa studying this right now. The
Oh,
effect
cool.
of those medicine men and how that is actually having an effect on, life or death, either way.
Right. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's interesting. So to your point about the neuroplasticity, they add that as well. See how it's like
Beautiful. Yes.
a
Their version
whole
of it.
Yeah.
dude.
Right. It was their singing, right? But like everybody's into plant medicine stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But before the people took the medicine, the shamans would take the medicine, not the sick person. And
That's
the
right.
shamans would sing. And it was the frequency.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God.
Me too. I have the chills.
Yeah, same. And it was their song that healed.
Wow.
It was the frequency.
Oof.
Yeah. So there's
Amazing.
frequency, right?
See that?
And then you're talking about sunshine. And I recently started doing my meditation outside
Yes.
in the sun.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And I was like, why have I been doing this?
I
all
do that
summer?
every day.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah. 12 o'clock, I'm out there.
Yeah, I go a little bit earlier.
Beautiful.
I can't be out in the full sun.
Mhm.
It's a little too hot for me, so I do it more earlier or later.
Yeah.
People have been, like, but I'm sitting there, I'm meditating. I'm like
Yes.
this. People have been coming up to me like, "Are you okay?" I'm great. Okay, weirdo. And I feel so good
Yeah.
from the sun.
Oh, we get so
Oh,
many
yeah.
nutrients. You both know.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
one of my alternative doctors, he's like, take all your clothes off and lie in the sun for 10, 15 minutes at the peak if you can handle the heat. Him and his family, they live in Florida. That's what they do every single day.
Isn't that amazing?
Kids and parents. Clothing
Yeah.
off on the deck to just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then inside.
Yeah.
He talks about all the different nutrients and things that you get and the frequencies, of course, that we just can't get anyplace else.
Nope.
Yeah.
And what is it doing that we haven't discovered yet?
Right.
Right? I'm one of those nerds. I get these science magazines every month. There's always something new. It's a whole magazine full of all the things they've discovered. I'm always
want that
amazed by
magazine.
that. Oh, Discover Magazine.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Or American
Wow.
Scientific American. So like, it's amazing to me. So when they talk about the healing of the sun and they say it's this thing and it's that thing and vitamin D, I'm always like, you just got to get out. You can't get something in a bottle when we just don't know everything about it yet.
And
Right?
Just
Definitely.
Think, and also just think about how do you feel when you're doing it?
Oh,
yeah.
my
You feel
word. It's so
good.
healing.
Do it.
Right. I feel amazing.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot
It's
after
hot.
10, 15 minutes. Then I
But
go
see,
back. I
when
go
I
inside.
meditate,
Well-
I meditate for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
That's
oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
after 7,
Oh,
like,
oh, yeah, well, that's
I still
different.
do that,
Yeah, no, I'm not meditating out there. I am soaking up the sun. I am soaking up the sun.
True sun worshiping right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is there anything else in your practice that you want to share about that I missed or experiences that you've had
Probably want to talk
together?
about Omega, right? That's coming right
Oh,
up.
sure. I'll talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
Omega for a little bit. Yeah, the Omega Institute in Rhinebeck, New York. It's the Omega Institute for Holistic Studies, and they get so many good teachers there. And I feel really blessed that I got in to teach there last year in 2025, and then got asked back this year, 2026. Yes, and it's a really, I don't know if either of you have been there, but it's a wonderful campus. So when you teach at a retreat center or you take a workshop at a retreat center, you get like the benefits of the whole center. So I'll talk about my retreat in a second, but you're going to yoga classes and Tai Chi classes and sound healing with the gongs and the crystal bowls. with all the other people there. And then there's the lake, and then there's the hiking trails, and there's the spa. So like the whole thing is part of the experience. Yeah.
What a great way to learn.
Right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
exactly. So
Immerse.
we have time together in workshop, just our group. And then we have other things. You know, we had musicians last year. We've had these big yoga classes, lots of different things. Take a boat out. Anyway, so yeah, so you have like the experience of the whole place and the land, which is very potent, very healing. So the retreat itself is going to focus on gate 1 and gate 2.
Ooh.
As I mentioned, yes, it's 5 days. So we have like
5 days,
a lot of
wow.
time. We start on Sunday night, August 23rd, and we go until the 28th in the morning. And the workshop itself meets like twice a day. And then you have breaks for lunch and napping, all the good stuff. But anyway, we're going to really do together that work of first kind of like sitting with where you're at in your life with regards to relationship and love. And some people come because they feel like they have been judging themselves and kind of tormenting themselves and not feeling good about who they are in the world. And that's a reason to come, because that, of course, impacts your life in so many ways. And then a lot of people come because they're single and they're frustrated and they just don't know what to do. And they, you know, have done some work enough to identify, okay, like I really need to work on this. And it's really helpful to work in an immersive way. Like, you know, you can go week to week or every other week doing one-on-one. That's fine. I love that work too. But actually my true passion, like sink into 5 days and come out the other side with clarity around what happened that's been blocking you, but not only clarity, healing of that root. Like we go in, we pull up the roots during the workshop, and then we talk about how to integrate that into your life so that you kind of get the whole package while you're there, because you have like almost a full week to just focus on yourself.
And
Wow.
speaking to neuroplasticity, if you're away from your environment,
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
where you're
good
not
point.
going numb and into your habits, you can see them more.
Yes.
And that's why I think going away on retreat
Yes.
and why I do so often is so important.
Yeah.
Because if the one-on-one, like you said, the one-on-one work is good, but then if you turn around and go to the same place where you put the same cup down at the same time every day, you've already forgotten.
Yeah,
Like,
you open
were
up the
just-
dating app, that, you know, and just do
Yeah.
the same.
It's
Exactly.
so important to go away,
Yeah.
because then you're facing yourself.
Right.
No matter what,
exactly.
there's no familiar.
That is good
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
Wow.
And last year people talked about that. And also when we get to the neuroplasticity, so we work in gate 1, then we work in gate 2, and I teach them all the tools that are like the most powerful tools for rewiring the brain and really changing patterns and behavior and stop repeating those patterns that are so detrimental and aren't creating lasting love, which is what people want, what everybody wants. Yeah. So we had these tools that we practiced, like while we were there, they were practicing. And also going out into the community with other people, they could like literally practice, which was just really, really helpful. So yeah, it was great. And it is great to get out of your environment and, you know, all of those triggers that, like you said, put you in sort of a numb place. Yeah,
state.
exactly.
And something that I'm learning about you is that when you create an experience for people or retreat, you make it yummy.
I do. I was just going to say,
make
like,
it yummy.
it can sound like a lot of work. And I was
Yeah.
just thinking as I was speaking and listening to you, like, it's gentle.
Yeah.
It can be intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are feelings. People cry. Absolutely. You know, not everybody, but it's welcome. All parts are welcome, is what I say. But it's also so gentle and loving and supportive. And it's a great space to do your healing work in. And I'm such a fan of, I really am a fan of doing things efficiently. Like that's just part of my personality. But I feel that way about healing too. And often I'm saying to people like, how old are you now? You know, they might say, I'm 45, I'm 75, I'm 63. Okay. Like, what do you want from right now at 45 for the rest of your life? You want to keep going like this? It's a little bit more come to Jesus moment when they're like in their 60s and 70s. But even at 45, it's like, it's been 45 years. What do you want now? Like now is the moment that you can change everything. And, it's important to really know that and pause and ask yourself that question. And there's no right or wrong. Someone might say, it's hard. I'm just going to keep going as is. Okay.
That's fine.
Totally fine.
Yep.
Yeah. But if they're like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to repeat this again. I don't want to go through this again. It's like, that's right. No, nobody wants to go through these things again and again.
Right.
We've all done it and it's painful. Yeah.
Do only single people go?
No, I was going to say couples come too, which is
do.
really nice. Yeah, couples will come and work on the ways that they're disconnected because it's all the same work. We're just working on our own individual hearts. And when you do the healing, then you're more open to your partner. It was lovely last year. We had one couple and then all the rest were single. And at first they were like, oh, I don't know, we're the only couples. And we're the only couple. And I'm like, it's okay, you'll see. Mm-hmm. And by the end, both groups, the singles were like, oh my gosh, I was so grateful to witness your work.
Oh.
And the couple felt so supported, and they felt like they really got so much out of it. And you get a lot of individual coaching in these groups too, because the groups aren't massive. So they got a lot of support from me. They were able to go back and practice and then come back the next day and report to the group what happened. It was great.
That's phenomenal.
It was really great.
I was hoping it was couples, it looks like. I can see that interplay.
Yeah, exactly.
Really
It
amazing.
was awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. This has been amazing.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Amazing to
you're
hear about
welcome.
your work.
Thank you.
Yeah, and since I've experienced the Come Back to Love work, it is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing. So healing.
And I look forward to getting to know you better and do some
Yes.
of the work as well, because I love neural.
Yes. You will love these tools.
And I love mind, body, and spirit. So
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
So we'll
Thank
put
you.
all of the information, all of the amazing things that you do in the show notes.
Thank
So
you.
that everybody can find
Thank you.
and revel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. And don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification button so that you'll know when we upload new videos, typically on Tuesdays. And check us out on Patreon, where we have more content, some downloadables and some classes and meditations that Claudia did. So feel free to join us over there. Thanks so much.